We're here with Charlie Rangel, who just saw the president complete the State of the Union. What did you think?
It was one of the most exciting speeches I ever heard. It made me proud to be an American, and it really shows the job that we have to do during the next 4 years. It's going to be rough, but the president has proven we can do it.
Now, there's a couple parts of the speech I want to ask you about. He talked about the nurse that helped the children during Sandy in the NICU. What do you think about that part of the speech, and how do you feel as though we'll get Sandy relief, and what will that do to the people in New York?
Well, it's not just New York. What he's saying is that America's got this feeling that it's not just what we do for ourselves. And I gather that means whether you're Republican or a Democrat, or whether you're rich or whether you're poor, that for America to go forward, we have to go forward as a people. And so here's a woman that's a nurse that had a family that she had to consider, but she had all these new babies that she had to protect. I like to believe that's what New York's about, but I like for it to believe that's what my country's about.
Now, you're one of the foremost leaders when it comes to the budget here in this chamber, and the president talked about Social Security and Medicare and how we need to preserve those, and we can't just continue making cuts in those programs in order to protect the rich and the wealthy. Is that possible, or is deficit reduction the only way we can do it?
People don't understand that just saying that you stop spending doesn't mean you're saving money. And if you're talking about our aged and our sick, and people are living longer and retiring after staying on Social Security longer, then it means that you have to have new revenues as well. And so this is not the time during a recession to be talking about just cutting. If you have any problems at home that relates to debt, it means you got to watch your spending and you got to raise some money. And that's what our country has to do.
And so is the best way to raise the money stopping the loopholes that are to the corporations, or how do we do it?
There's hundreds of billions of dollars in the tax system that people have forgotten why they put them there in the first place. And it's only the wealthy and the corporate structure that protects those loopholes. Meanwhile, the person on the bottom that can't get the lobbyists are the ones that are paying more than their share of the taxes. It's wrong, and I wish we could hear a lot more from our spiritual leaders and our religious leaders, because if we're talking about health, we talk about education, we're talking about kids, there's a vacuum out there.
And talking about education, he talked about why every child needs a preschool education, why that's so imperative. And it's so imperative in the inner city as well as the rural America. Now, part of your district is in the inner city. How do you think the monies going to preschool and Head Start programs will benefit the people in your district?
Well, there's no question that in order to be competitive, in order to avoid the pitfalls that people have with crime and poverty, that you have to be able to have skills. And this is not just true of my neighborhood, it's true of my country. If you got to compete against China, India, and Brazil, you really got to make certain that a child starts very, very young. We have done it in the past, and we will have to continue to invest in education.
Thank you so much, Representative Rangel.